This is one of the 3 log structures that came from the William Chancellor homestead, and it was purchased in 1999. It was located 8 to 10 miles southwest of Hart Square. Purchased by Willie Young, daughters of Sam and Jamie Lee Baxter. Under the overhang, there's a log sled. Note it's 2 divisions, 2 pieces, which allowed to put it in a different size log. You could connect the back to the long end, and the front part would be attached to the front end, and the mule could drag it out to the sawmill or to wherever you were loading it on a wagon. This log structure probably was just for more storage. Now this is a typical smokehouse, and inside you'll see a 12-foot big cutout log called a salt curing trough, where they stored the different types of hams and anything that would mix with salt for preservation for that winter. These are one of the 3 structures, include the cantilever there that we had no problem moving. Nice back roads, straight highway, no major traffic to confront the moving of these structures. Yeah, nobody got hurt on moving these 3 small buildings. Here we have an original 3-holer, 2 large and 1 small hole. I can't imagine a family all using this at the same time. Here we have a log animal shed donated by Roger McGuire, probably located 20-something miles from here, and found mostly around the Dudley Shoals area, which is basically north of Hart Square. Here's where you would fatten your hogs and store any kind of cow, whatever you want to keep pinned up. You could use this particular animal shed. This cabin was moved in 2004 and donated by Cecil Moore, located some 10 miles north of Hart Square. Inside the barn on the left wall you see a tobacco press, on the back wall a cultivator, plow, also a good oak wooden barrel, a storage bin, and a meat cutting bench. This is a log granary, moved here in 2005, donated by Tim Matthews. Still has the original bins to store the grain and stuff in it inside here. This is really the only log structure that I got stopped and fined for moving log buildings. I had no idea. Normally these bigger structures I move them early on Sunday morning. Brought this down the road. The sideboards covered the logs themselves. You couldn't even tell what logs inside my trailer. The highway people, DMV, was located over 321 looking down on Highway 10 and spotted me down toward the bottom. Stopped me. I paid the card $145 by credit card. I didn't know you could even pay them. And before we got through, I asked them, it was lunchtime, if they'd like to come over and join me for lunch, and I would be glad to show them around it where this particular log structure was going. They looked at all these buildings and said, "How'd you get these over here?" I said, "This is the last building you're going to ever see me on a highway." And of course, I've probably moved 20 since then, but again, I always, to keep from backing up traffic, daylight Sunday morning. I think that's probably the best time to move anything when you got a little question about being overloaded. When we look inside, you'll see a beautifully red and green painted corn sheller, a meat chopping block, and a lot of other various agricultural tools. This is a cantilever barn, and fairly large size compared to the last one, which I really thought I wasn't overweight. I used the same dump truck and trailer to move this one. But again, this was moved early on Sunday morning. Again, we didn't back up traffic. Donated by Jamie Lee and Sam Baxter back in 1999. Really unique. If you notice, the cantilever part means that there are no posts to support either end. There are logs that extend in the barn itself to give you overhang on both sides. We have 3 cantilever barns in Hart Square. None as big as this one. But this is an example where you could get a wagon in and not worry about taking out the support log or pole that was underneath it. Underneath this cantilever is probably one of the best wagons I've ever found, with the original blue paint on it. And the condition is unbelievable. On the other side of the barn, you'll see an early 1800 stump puller, beautiful yellow and black buggy, and also a caisson. And the caissons actually could have been used for carrying ammunition, could have adapted them to carry guns, cannons, etc. I'm standing by a double corn crib that allowed the wagon to go in the middle so you could take corn and throw it to either one of these bins for storage. It was donated by Roland Black. Actually, my nurse told me about this particular one, Janet Jones, who lived near Terrell, and this is where it came from, some 20 to 25 miles east of here. It came off the old John T. Cockle homestead. I did it 1790 to 1810 or 20 because of the rose head nails that were found in this upper door. The Catawba County Architectural History book, there's a picture of this with a history of this particular corn crib. Interesting story on this one is once you built the two cribs to each side, it's connected by a log that's cut in and dovetailed. So if you build them exact, you're not going to get that front long log attached. Well, we worked for half a day trying to hammer and sledgehammer and notch in the logs to match that long log. Finally, I took my trusted chainsaw and cut the notch where I wanted it.